Hello, friends. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blair Farthing. A woman has died following a crash south of Saskatoon this morning. Emergency crews responded to the collision just before 7:30 along Highway 219 near Township Road 352. RCMP say two minivans collided. A 48-year-old woman driving one of them died at the scene. She's been identified as being from a community in southeastern Saskatchewan. The man driving the other minivan was taken to hospital with serious injuries. Neither vehicle had any passengers. Investigators are looking into what contributed to the collision. Emergency crews said there was heavy fog at the time and zero visibility in some areas. And heavy fog was also a factor in a crash south of Nipawin this morning. RCMP say three vehicles collided on Highway 35. No other details are available, but officers at the scene reported visibility at the crash scene was reduced, with zero visibility in some areas. Some residents hardest hit by this wildfire season are being offered temporary homes. The province says municipal leaders from the village of Denair Beach, the town of Creighton, and officials with the Saskatchewan Public Safety Agency shared their plan to help displaced residents over the winter months. The plan includes up to 35 temporary modular homes in Creighton and Denair Beach, which are expected to be available next month. It's estimated Denair Beach lost 300 of its 400 homes to wildfire this year. Jeff Rogstad in now for a quick look at our weather situation here. And Jeff, as we wrap up the work week, head into the weekend, what do you think we should know?
Well, we should know that things are going to be a bit unstable. Temperatures will still remain above seasonal, Blair, but the possibility of some showers or thunderstorms is certainly there. Now, will they be as far north as Prince Albert and then beyond? Well, it doesn't look like they are in the path of the nastiest weather. It looks as though that weather may be staying south of Saskatoon, but we'll have to talk about that later on and take a closer look at what the Futurecast has to offer. So we'll talk about that later on.
All right, thanks, Jeff. The Saskatchewan Indian Gaming Authority has been fined over $1.1 million for not following administrative regulations under the Proceeds of Crime and Terrorist Financing Act. The fine was levied by the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Centre of Canada, or FINTRAC. The organization says it found SIGA made administrative violations against regulations meant to prevent money laundering. Violations include failing to submit suspicious transaction reports where there were reasonable grounds to suspect transactions were related to a money laundering or terrorist activity financing offense. FINTRAC also says SIGA failed to report suspicious transactions with prescribed information and develop and apply written compliance policies that are up to date, and in the case of an entity, approved by a senior officer. SIGA says the penalty is only for administrative reporting requirements, and there's no money laundering or terrorist financing at any of SIGA's properties. It says it does not agree with the violations found by FINTRAC, and it will be appealing, along with the penalties assessed to federal court. A company building a copper mine in northern Saskatchewan is welcoming its inclusion on a list of national building projects. It's one of 5 projects in Canada the Prime Minister wants fast-tracked through removal of government red tape. The $1 billion McIlvana Bay copper mine is currently under construction near Creighton. The company believes approval for a future expansion will be easier to obtain.
We are fully permitted for the McIlvana Bay mine, but already looking at what we can do with phase 2, so there will be future permits that this should help with. The second big piece is government policy. There's a couple changes we'd like to see made to the investment tax credits in the upcoming 2025 federal budget.
Other projects being fast-tracked by the federal government include expansion of a liquefied natural gas facility in Kitimat, BC, and a proposed small modular reactor in Ontario. The Saskatoon Fire Department says more encampments are emerging in the city, and they're getting larger than ever before. Fire crews, police, outreach workers, and contractors were sent to this encampment off Avenue M near the temporary public washrooms to clean up an encampment of roughly 30 to 40 people set up along the railroad. The fire department says they're usually able to get to encampments within 48 hours to clear them out before they're too big. But after a few days, they can get large like this one and become dangerous. Some people understand the fire department's decision, while others want a place to go where they will not be kicked out.
People are after you, trying to rob you, trying to take whatever you had on you. So I'm very happy that this is all gone.
We're not doing any harm around here. We're not bugging anybody. We're just staying where we can. And usually we get the boot from everywhere, even if it's not in anyone's way.
The fire department says there have been more than 1,200 encampments this year, with crews having to clean up and remove 357 of them. Community leaders gathered at the future site of a virtual health hub this morning. Construction on the new remote healthcare facility is underway above the golf course and casino on Whitecap Dakota First Nation. Members of the provincial government, Whitecap Dakota Nation Chief Darcy Bear, and Minister of Indigenous Services Mandy Gulmasti were in attendance. There was also a presentation by Dr. Ivor Mendez about the virtual health hub's purpose and vision. Mendez says this remote health formula is the future of healthcare, and it can be repeated in other jurisdictions. He says the most challenging barrier isn't the technology, it's the partnerships.
It is about these systemic barriers of deploying solutions that will actually work. So one of the first things that we've learned over this past decade is that solutions can be co-designed, especially for Indigenous communities, that you cannot parachute a solution because it will be only temporary. That is this co-designing of a solution that makes sense to that community, the crucial aspect for this solution to be successful.
The virtual health hub is expected to open in 2027. The Northern Image Photographers Club has its annual exhibition on display to the public this month. The annual exhibition is at the John V. Hicks Gallery on the second story of the Margot Fournier Center. This year's show follows the theme of correspondence, open to interpretation by club members. Kendall Kerr has been a member of the club for almost 10 years, but this is his first year organizing the show.
A lot of people don't have an opportunity to show their works to other people other than maybe family or friends. It allows them to challenge themselves.
The show opens September 1st and it runs until the 23rd. Still to come, running in the name of cancer research. Details on the big Canada-wide event, including what's happening this weekend in the Gateway City. Welcome back. The annual Terry Fox Run takes place in Prince Albert this weekend. Jasmine Pelche on the importance and how you can take part.
The Terry Fox Run is coming up. Would you be able to explain what day it starts and where people should go for it?
So the Terry Fox Run is September 14th, this upcoming Sunday. It's going to be taking place at the Alfred Jenkins Fieldhouse, and registration will start at 12 registration. And then we'll have the honorary chair, which is Leanne Vance. She will be speaking and sharing her story before we start the run. And then, yeah, it's open to everybody, families, wheelchair users, anybody who wants to bike.
Bring your kids.
Yeah.
Bring your kids. It's for everybody.
Are there different distances that people can do?
Yep. You can choose to run, walk 2 kilometers, 5 or 10. We get some real keen runners that will do the 10 kilometer, and some people just want to come out and do an easy 2K, and that's also welcome.
How does the fundraising and donation portion work?
So we have a online website specifically for Prince Albert, so people can register online and do donations online to either donate when they register, or they can donate to a specific person that's already registered. And then we have pledge sheets too, so people can bring in their pledge sheets the day of if they have collected money from family, friends, anything like that throughout. And then we will be doing also an online auction. It's not going to start until the day of the run, but all that proceeds will also go to that too. So the money's not just coming in that specific day, it's coming in a little bit after too.
Good to know. How did you both get involved in doing the Terry Fox Run and organizing it?
We actually started doing fundraising for the Small But Mighty in Saskatoon, which is for childhood cancer. So Chelsea was a child when she had cancer, so that was like near and dear to our heart. Too many, not just kids, but to us at that moment, it was for children, so we did that. We also have been part of Relay for Life, and this is our 5th year being part of the Terry Fox Run here in Prince Albert. It's near and dear to our heart because we've lived it. And anybody who comes out for that walk has been affected by cancer in some way. And Terry Fox started this, and now it's our turn to finish it and keep going with what he wanted us to do, which is raise funds for research so that we can hopefully one day stop, like prevent cancer or be able to treat it.
Yeah, and since the beginning of Terry Fox, if it wasn't for that, like for me, I ended up needing a stem cell transplant, and those didn't exist 20 years ago. So if it wasn't for foundations like the Terry Fox Foundation raising funds, we would not have had those advances in healthcare.
Prince Albert has been doing great, and every year it seems to be growing and growing. COVID almost stopped it from happening. Unfortunately, sometimes Terry Fox was put to the back burner, but a couple years after COVID, we started really pushing and reminding people that Terry Fox is still, like, we're still here and we're still trying to make that difference. Like, keep going, finish it from where he started.
Yeah, we've reached out to a lot more businesses over the years too, and different like employee groups to invite them to the run, and we're trying to reach as many people as we can. So I run the social media page on Facebook, which is Terry Fox Prince Albert, and I do as much as I can to promote it and reach out to all these businesses. It's something that happens annually, and lots of people forget that it's even around. I know the first couple years we started getting involved, so we've been around for 5 years, my mom and I part of this, and they had said they didn't even know the Terry Fox Run was still around in Prince Albert. So that's why we're working really hard to reach out to all these businesses and community members to try and say we're still here, we want to keep doing this, grow this back to where it was before COVID.
Sounds like a good way to get some exercise and raise money for a really important cause. So thank you guys for speaking with me today.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
And millions of Canadians will take part in the Terry Fox Run, and it's a special milestone for the Terry Fox Foundation as this marks the 45th anniversary of the Marathon of Hope.
It's humbling as well being part of the family that so many people believe in what Terry started, and it's because of the volunteers, the donors, the fundraisers who really believe in that and want to help Terry finish it, help him find a cure for cancer.
More than 10,000 schools across Canada are taking part in the run on Sunday. We've got sports coming up after this quick break, including a look at why the Riders might be a little thin on defense in their big game this weekend. Jeff Rogstad in now for a full look at weather here. And Jeff, we'll go with the big one everyone always wants to know. Any rain coming our way?
Yes, there is, but it's going to be sporadic in nature. We don't expect a big downpour. If there is going to be some significantly impactful weather like that, it looks like it's going to be in southern Saskatchewan, Blair. But for, central parts of Saskatchewan and points north, it doesn't look like it's going to be very impactful rain at all. But we'll keep our eye on all of this. Right now, we are anticipating a low that's going to make its way up through the states and really have a nasty effect on some parts of southern Saskatchewan, mostly in the southeast, and then into parts of southern Manitoba. Manitoba's already had a fair amount of rain yesterday, isolated in nature. So taking a look at the futurecast, you can certainly see, a little pop-up showers here and there, but then there's that system, bam! And like I said, southeastern Saskatchewan anticipating maybe some places up to 50 millimeters of rain, so a soggy situation. That's not great for harvest, that's for sure. Partly cloudy skies in Spiritwood tonight, 11 degrees, 11 for the Battlefords, 13 in Candle Lake, 13 in Birch Hills with partly cloudy skies, a risk of a thunderstorm. Rostern, 12 degrees, 14 in Nipawin, and 14 as well in Melfort. On to Saturday. Well, we've got ourselves warmer than seasonal temperatures again. Mainly sunny skies in Spiritwood, 24, 26 in the Battleford, so a really warm day there. Not quite 10 degrees warmer than seasonal, but certainly about 8 degrees warmer than seasonal. 22 for Candle Lake, 23 for Birch Hills, 23 in mainly cloudy skies in Rostern. 1 degree warmer in Nipawin with mainly cloudy skies and cloudy conditions in 23. That's the temperature and the sky condition for Melfort. For Prince Albert and area, 12 degrees overnight tonight. A slight chance of showers. Maybe might be some fog patches showing up. Risk of a thunderstorm. Winds out of the south at 10. And then taking a look at Saturday in the Prince Albert region, 23 degrees with mainly cloudy skies. Winds from the southeast at 15 kilometers an hour. So moderate winds tomorrow, but they are southerly winds. They tend to be on the warmer side. And then we get into this unsettled situation for about 4 days in a row. So no big nasty downpour here in terms of a sustained situation, but a chance of showers basically around 40% each day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And as you can see, a downward trend in temperatures, and then bam, Wednesday below seasonal temperatures, 12 on Thursday, and 1 week from today, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies and 15. So some chilly temperatures are on the way for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I always look at the changing seasons as when the overnight temperatures become the daytime highs, and that seems to be the case here.
It does indeed.
All right, let's take a look at sports now, Jeff. Already without Nelson, Lacombo, and Jackson Ford in their secondary, the Riders may have to face Montreal without two other starters in the defensive backfields. Cornerbacks Devon Campbell and Marcus Sayles are listed as game-time decisions on the team's official depth chart for Saturday's game. Kosi Onyeka will slot in for his second straight start at safety. Head coach Corey Mace was non-committal about the status of Sayles and Campbell.
You know, I don't want to disclose too much, but just needed time to rehab. But certainly from what we're hearing is that if he can, he can. So that's really good. And then, you know, the other one, the man, we call him Wolverine. I don't know. He heals up good, and he's been a game time before. So feeling pretty confident with that.
Kerfala Emmanuel Exum would start at boundary corner if Sayles cannot go. If Campbell misses the game, the team would likely call up Benny Sapp III to start at field corner. Both the Saskatoon Hilltops and University of Saskatchewan Huskies look to keep their winning streaks alive this weekend. The Huskies take their perfect 2-0 record to Winnipeg Saturday for a game with the winless Manitoba Bisons. Saskatchewan is coming off a dominant 51-14 win over the UBC Thunderbirds last week in the Husky homecoming game in Saskatoon. And the Hilltops, who have won 3 straight after dropping their season opener, travel to Calgary to battle the Colts on Sunday. Saskatoon is tied with Regina for the best record in the Prairie Football Conference at 3-1. The NHL is reinstating 5 players who were acquitted of sexual assault charges in connection with an incident in London, Ontario in 2018. The decision means Carter Hart, Michael McLeod, Dylan Dubé, Cal Foote, and Alex Formanton can sign contracts, if any teams express interest, starting October 15th. And they would then be eligible to play in the NHL December 1st. In July, the 5 former members of Canada's World Junior team were acquitted of all charges, but were still ineligible to play in the NHL pending a league investigation.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
The Liberal government has committed to signing Pharmacare deals with Saskatchewan and the other provinces and territories. The comments yesterday from Prime Minister Carney ends months of speculation about the program getting cut short. Ottawa launched the first phase last year, which provides what it calls universal single-payer first-dollar coverage of contraceptives and some diabetes medications at little or no cost to patients. Manitoba, BC, PEI, and Yukon are the only jurisdictions to sign deals so far. For a young Maritimer, hockey has been the best medicine. As Ryan McDonald shows us, 9-year-old Leo Knott isn't letting some significant health challenges stop him from dreaming big.
Like plenty of other Canadian kids, 9-year-old Leo Knott is a hockey fanatic. What makes his relationship with the game different is that he's spent much of his life battling cancer.
When he got sick, it was just part of his medicine too. It just kept him going.
At the age of 4, Leo was diagnosed with a rare condition called Langerhans cell histiocytosis. Throughout his years of receiving treatments, playing sports has become a salvation of sorts.
As long as he's on the ice or on the ball field or playing lacrosse or playing soccer or swinging a golf club, he's the same as all other kids.
Well, I've played for a lot of teams.
These days, the budding young scorer has an additional goal in mind. He's one of a number of Maritime kids still in the running to become Sports Illustrated's Youth Athlete of the Year, which comes with a $25,000 grand prize. So far, he says one of his hockey highlights has to be the time he met Sid the Kid, his favorite player.
Well, I I got to meet him and Nathan McKinney one time, so that was really cool. And I have a jersey signed by him.
The sweater, signed by Sydney, hangs proudly in Leo's bedroom, which is more like a shrine to the game he loves most. When it comes to his health, Leo's dad says lately things have been going pretty well.
We're very stable. He's on a chemo pill, and everything is keeping it at bay right now. The doctors don't know how to get rid of it, but we know how to kind of deal with it right now.
With a new season on the ice just around the corner, Leo is getting set for his first year at the under-11 level with the County Islanders. And his cancer journey hasn't kept him from dreaming the same dream as any other kid who spends untold hours shooting on their net at home the way he does.
Probably to make it to the NHL one day.
Chasing goals on and off the ice and gaining fans along the way. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Cox Heath, Nova Scotia.
Brought to you by Saskatchewan Union of Nurses. Thank you to Saskatchewan's 11,000 registered nurses.
Jeff, while attending a BC Lions game back in 1989, a then unknown Canadian named Pamela Anderson was put up on the big screen. The crowd went wild. She was launched to stardom. Now the Lions are paying tribute with a Pamela Anderson look-alike contest.
Well, that's the great thing about Pamela Anderson. There's so many generations of Pamela. It really spans the generations. We've got the young, discovered at BC Place. We've got the, bombshell years. We've got the new version of Pamela. I want to see every single version of Pamela out there.
The contest will be held at Terry Fox Plaza before tonight's Lions game against the Ottawa Red Blacks. And now anyone can get famous online. TikTok, YouTube. It was even harder back then. No filters, and you actually had to be good looking too.
Yes, exactly. She did very, very well for herself.
Yes, indeed. Jeff, final word before we wrap things up weather-wise?
We've got ourselves some unsettled conditions as we head into the latter part of the weekend and next week, and temperatures cooling off, too.
All right, good stuff. Big thanks for that, Jeff, and thanks to all you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Leaving now with the national news. Have yourself a great weekend.